Days of Our Lives week of May 12th update. Shawn and Amp, Steve's riddle, Philip's horror, Sophia and Amp, Tate celebrate. Days of Our Lives 2 week spoilers. May 12th to 23rd, John's fate unfolds, Kayla crushed and Amp, Susan warns. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers update for the week of May 12th to 16th reveals that Shawn Brady and Steve Johnson will attack a riddle while Philip Kiriakis faces some horror. Sophia Choi and Tate Black will also celebrate, so then's what Days of Our Lives suckers can look forward to. First, Johnny DiMera will continue to land on the hot seat over his conduct the night EJ DiMera got shot, but all signs point to him actually being proven innocent in the end. As for Rachel Black, she'll parade more disquieting jest at her birthday bash with Brady Black and Kristen DiMera. Rachel may be keeping some secrets, so is there a chance she fired at EJ that night rather? Over with Kat Green, Days spoilers say she'll see a different side of EJ. It's tough to say whether that'll be a good thing or a bad thing since EJ's moods shift so constantly. Meanwhile, Tate will formally again try to lift Sophia's spirits as they celebrate her birthday. Sophia is unhappy about having to miss Hop Night due to the modified bed rest she's on, but Tate will try to give her a fun time anyway. Of course, Sophia is turning 18 and that means she will have to follow Amy Choi's orders presently. Although Sophia is ready to stand up to her mama and move ahead with the relinquishment, will she ultimately realize she does indeed want to give the baby up presently? There's a good chance that consummation is indeed brewing for Sophia and perhaps indeed Tate once the baby comes. Next, Days spoilers say Alex Kiriakis will try to make sure Gabby Hernandez gets her plutocrat's worth. Gabby wants the bachelorette transaction date she paid Dola $15,000 for to really wow her, so Alex will do whatever he can to make that be. Back with EJ, he'll ail Marlena Evans and Susan Banks attempt to have breakfast together. EJ might stumble upon a moment when Susan and Marlena are talking about his messy love with Belle Black. Latterly, Marlena will get a phone call that involves some positive updates on John Black. Although Marlena will be glad that John's been set up, Susan's intimidating presentiment will follow and bring enterprises about John's safety each over again. Other Days spoilers say Philip will retain Kevin Lambert, a character who was last seen in the Last Blast reunion miniseries on Peacock. It seems Kevin is part of Dr. Jeffrey Russell's exploration platoon at the sanitarium, so he'll get roped into penetrating the lab and stealing the Versifix boluses for Philip. Although Shawn and Steve will try to steal a cure for Bo Brady as planned, they'll face a riddle as they realize someone differently beat them to the vials and ran off with them. That someone will be Kevin, but he'll end up freaking out right along with Philip in the fate. This plan won't work out as well as Philip hoped and could put Bo's life in indeed further peril if the vials accidentally get destroyed in the chaos of it all. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Philip will soon realize his greedy move could make the prognostications on Bo's survival indeed worse, so stay tuned for all the awful news to come. Days of Our Lives 2 week spoilers. May 12th to 23rd, John's fate unfolds, Kayla crushed and Amp, Susan warns. Days of Our Lives 2 week spoilers for May 12th to 23rd, 2025 see John Black's fate unfolds, Kayla Brady is crushed, and Susan Banks issues a warning. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Roman and Kate come clean? On Monday, May 12th, Roman Brady and Kate Roberts each have commodity important to come clean about to the other, presumably about EJ on both fronts. Meanwhile, Brady and Kristen are bickering, and it's about Rachel Black, Finley Rose Slater, their worried little son. Doug Williams has Holly Jonas in his corner. He doesn't want to lean on her. Fortunately, Roman has stepped up to help him out, but Holly is also going to continue to be his biggest cheerleader. Philip Kiriakis is going to take effects into his own hands. Looks like he decides to undercut and trick Xander Cook on this Def Medicinals medicine deal. This is Enta Joe who's being regretful. I suppose Philip is being selfish and greedy because he knows what he did to Xander isn't going to work out in his favor, as it should not. Johnny DiMera apologizes to Chanel Dupree on Monday, but she's got some effects to say to him, like, did you shoot your pater and try to kill him? Awkward talk, right? Days of Our Lives spoilers. Johnny accused of EJ firing, Philip's greed threatens Bo. Tuesday, May 13th, Roman tells Kate Johnny took his gun. And Roman is relatively upset that Johnny shot EJ. And of course, Roman is going to feel shamefaced because he's not the original cause of that. Obviously, EJ would be, but Roman telling Johnny about what EJ did to Sammy Brady surely was the catalyst for that event. Paulina Price also tells Johnny that she suspects he shot his pater this week. And Kat Green soon sees another side of EJ. Now, he gave Chad DiMera the date with her, but again, I've mentioned this before in 60th anniversary prints for creation for November occurrences. We've got Kat, EJ, and Chad all together. So, commodity's going to swizzle between now and also. Philip is talking to Kevin Lambert, however, you may flashback him if you watch the Last Blast reunion stuff. He's notoriety who went to high academy with all of them. He's a wisdom nerd. He may be working in a lab at the sanitarium. And in the promo for the week, it says that Philip's rapacity could bring his family his life. Obviously, they're talking about Bo Brady and that sepsis medicine. Philip right now doesn't feel to know that Bo is dying and that medicine is his one stopgap. Meanwhile, Sarah quizzes Xander on why he wants to invest in the sanitarium. And of course, his focus is also the medicine verse 6. EJ wants it, Xander wants it. Now, Phil wants it. Days of Our Lives daily update medicine theft drama, Rachel's birthday, and awkward dates. Wednesday, May 14th, we've got Philip talking to Kevin about his work. So Kevin might actually work with Dr. Russell. We'll see. And Philip is going to ask Kevin to steal the verse 6 from the lab and deliver it into his hands. And it looks like it's going to be. Xander wants a favor from Kayla. And Rachel is celebrating her birthday with her parents, Kristen and Brady. But Commodity has Rachel worried because Kristen is assuring her and Brady is veritably concerned. Meanwhile, Alex Kiriakis takes Gabby Hernandez out on the date that she won at the transaction. And flashback, Alex was trying to get off light, but Gabby is demanding Commodity fancier and more instigative. And obviously, it's about her slighting EJ. She presumably wants him to know that she's out on this fabulous date. And of course, she's still not clear in EJ's shooting moreover. So, that's another problem for her and EJ. Salem Shocker vs. 6 stolen, Bo's life in danger, and adoption plans. Also on Thursday, May 15th, Xander shares his passions with Philip. And these are hurt passions, these are angry passions. This is Xander really upset that he'd this fraternal bond. Days of Our Lives spoilers see Philip was just lying to his face all this time. So, Xander's feeling kind of violated. Steve and Shawn break into the lab, Russell's lab. But it looks like all the verse 6 is gone when they get there, which is terrible news because it seems to be the only chance Bo has to survive. Stephanie Johnson considers an offer from Alex, and it's presumably about publishing her love novel with Titan. I didn't indeed know they had a book arm. And Marlena Evans and Kayla are agitating their stresses, their worries over family members. Marlena, of course, is upset about the ongoing hunt for John Black. And Kayla is veritably upset Bo may not survive this terrible infection. Meanwhile, Tate Black celebrates Sophia's 18th birthday with her, and they're ready to start making relinquishment plans now that she's a legal grown-up. Days spoilers next week John set up, Bo's fate uncertain, and hospital intrigue. On Friday, May 16th, we've got Susan and Marlena meeting for breakfast over in Horton Town Square, but Susan's baby boy, EJ, interrupts them. He may be picking at Marlena and letting her know that he made a generous offer to Kayla to buy the sanitarium. Perhaps he's wanting to know if she can get involved, or they may just be talking about Belle Black or Johnny. Marlena and EJ have lots of issues to bandy. Susan gets a flash of Commodity bat in the wind, and auspice of feathers, after Marlena gets a phone call saying that John has been set up. Meanwhile, Shawn, Kayla, and Steve wonder who stole the verse 6 medicine from the lab and what are their options to help save Bo. At this point, Sarah demands the verity from Xander. And I wonder if Sarah is going to ask if he'd anything to do with the medicine being stolen. And Kevin and Philip fear. Perhaps they didn't realize the scrutiny they'd be under because of the theft of the medicine. Days of Our Lives spoilers Sophia moves forward. The week of May 19th through the 23rd, Marlena's joy at John being set up soon turns to despond because effects twist from good news to bad news. Kayla and Shawn are frantic with solicitude about Bo, and we've to wonder how long until Philip finds out his family Bo is dying. And he realizes that the medicine he stole could be the answer to everybody's prayers, but this puts him in a tough position. Let's stopgap Philip didn't turn around and vend the stolen medicine to a contending lab or commodity like that. There's no telling because this whole thing is about Philip's rapacity. Sophia is moving forward with relinquishment plans without her mama Hess' concurrence, which she doesn't need fairly at this point, but completely with Tate's support. Brady remains veritably concerned about his son Rachel while Kristen seems to be taking effects a little too smoothly. Flashback, she indeed wanted Rachel to drop out of Remedy when Brady knows the little girl still needs to be there. Alex is agitated about Stephanie's book design, but she's a little reluctant. Days of Our Lives spoilers Kayla brazened? And reservations run high at University Hospital about the Versix theft. And Russell may defy Kayla because she was pursuing him about the medicine so heavily and also bam, it's gone. Doesn't look good. And will Xander's offer to fund the sanitarium stand after the medicine goes missing that he wanted, or will he back off because that was really what he wanted in the end? EJ is also going to be over in arms trying to figure out what happened. He and Russell will be talking. Meanwhile, Johnny's a little frustrated at the firing allegations, but since he did have a gun in his hand, pointing at his pater, you know what really can he say? And Johnny remains the shooter in EJ's mind because his recollections are still amiss and fractured. Thanks for watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.